Hi guys, great to be here with you today. Like most of us, I've been watching loads of TV, loads of YouTube, and now we're allowed out. I've been driving around a bit and seeing advertisements around everywhere. And the more I do, the more I can find that we can often hear people or see advertisements that tell us that if we want something, then it's down to us to go get it. If we want to do something, then it's down to us to do it. All we need is ourselves. We don't need anyone else. All we need to rely on is ourselves, which can give us a mindset of we don't really need anybody else and that I can manage without God. For me, I find this attitude can be quite hard to overcome. You can think that you've gotten this far okay without God. Why would I need God's help now? But if we look at ourselves and the way we live, we might find that we actually have other things that we rely on to help us get through life. We might not actually be doing everything on our own strength, but we're getting strength from other areas. Other areas like putting across a good image, power, money, other people. There's something that people need to give them strength. But because those kind of things are kind of mainstream, so they don't usually get considered when people say they can do things on their own. If you're a Christian, then you know that Jesus is the one that you need to give you strength. Jesus is the one who you need, and you realise that you can't do it all on your own. But the thing that you need is not image, power, or money, but it's Jesus. And the Bible tells us that we've been made not just with a mind and body, but with a spirit as well. A spirit that is yearning for more. But for so many, the pressures of life can often get in the way and distract us from that. Just like the parable of the rich fool found in Luke 12. So without Jesus in our lives, we're not really complete. That we're not made to do things on our own, but we're actually made to do things with God. As it says in Ephesians 2, 1-3, that when we lived by the world, we were dead, but now we become alive when we live by the Spirit. We can also see that in Genesis 3, and from the beginning, people have been trying to do things their own way, trying to get away from God and find answers on their own. Adam and Eve eating the fruit because they wanted to be like God, having independence and being self-sufficient. But that is not the way God wanted things to go. Time and time again, we can look to Jesus as the perfect example. And time again, Jesus depended on God. Jesus was able to do so much and he still depended on God. Having trust in God, relying on God. It doesn't make you less of a person or a weaker person or anything like that. Relying on God makes you more alive in all areas of your life and helps us to be more like Jesus every day. And if we rely on God more, the more others will see how much he is needed in our lives and the more they will know how much he's needed in theirs as well.